neutral corner. In the neutral corner. 2, 3, 4.
Hey guys, you're in the neutral corner with RJ Summerlin. I'm here with Gina Mazany. Sorry, it makes me nervous saying names I can't even spell.
It's okay.
She's here for Gamebred Boxing. We're fighting Pearl Gonzalez tomorrow night. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Just check my weight and my scales and heavy, so that's good. That means I have less weight to cut, so I'm excited about it.
That's awesome. So you have a background in mixed martial arts. You're a former UFC competitor. What is your background, or are you familiar with boxing at all? Did you just start boxing? I mean, I've done MMA myself and boxing, so I know that there's a little bit of boxing in everything that you do.
Yeah.
However, as far as strictly just boxing, is this kind of your first foray into it, or?
So actually, fun fact, my first 5-6 fights were amateur boxing fights.
Oh, awesome.
But it was one of those things where I'm born and raised in Anchorage, Alaska. And, you go to a bar and you stand toe to toe with somebody like, oh, you guys are about the same size.
Yeah.
You want to go? Okay, and then you fight them. But back then, I remember my first fight. I was like walking around like 135, and I fought. At the time, I thought she was just like some mom at 155, 160, and she beat my ass, and that's when I fell in love with the sport. So I have a pretty deep connection with boxing because it's kind of what drove me to want to compete in this mixed martial art type thing. I fell in love with the grappling, but as I've gotten older, I've really enjoyed just honing into one practice. Mm-hmm. I've always had good striking, but my wrestling and my grappling was always good too, and that was where I found to finish fights. But I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to actually just use my hands for this one.
That's awesome. I love hearing the different backstories from fighters and like how they got started and where they're from. Alaska, that's really, really cool.
I fight bears. I'm a bear.
That's awesome.
Straight up.
Bear and moose.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Forget Khabib, right?
I was raised off of bear and moose.
Yeah.
Real life.
So, are you still actively competing in MMA, or are you maybe thinking about just doing boxing for the time being, or are you kind of like I like to use the term gunslinger, where it's just whatever they offer you, that's what we're gonna do?
So I mean, that's always been my jam, like money talks, and I just love fighting. I love fighting. But before this, a couple months before this, one of my teammates had a bare knuckle boxing fight coming up, and he was fighting a southpaw, and I'm a southpaw, so I was his main person for his training camp. Excuse me. For his main partner for his training camp, and I had some other injuries that just kind of made, like, I was kind of forced to focus in on boxing, and I was like, God, man, it'd be really cool to get a boxing fight. And then I got this opportunity. I was like, universe, like,
funny how those things work,
it's
right?
pretty bizarre, because I was just thinking, I was like, man, my striking has been fucking on fire. I was like, I would love to take a boxing fight, and my manager reached out, and they had an opportunity for me to fight for Gamebred Promotions, and I was super grateful, super happy. I'm a big fan of Jorge Masvidal, and the fact that he's putting on a show and getting all these fighters. So far, everyone has been amazing and treating us well, and it's just been a phenomenal experience so far.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Like, I'm sure you know as well, just all these different promotions and things like that, you run into some people that really don't have any clue on how to run a promotion, and they're really unprofessional. But Jorge and Gamebred and Dean Tool and their whole, their whole core group of people are really, they're just really professional and spot on. They make you feel good. I've fought for them a few times, and anybody I've talked to that's fought for them really enjoys it.
Yeah, well, honestly, it makes the athlete's job just that much easier. It's not fun cutting weight and all that fun stuff, but it's like, oh, good, your weigh-ins are at 10 a.m. Perfect. I'm gonna have all day and then some to rehydrate and get back to normal. And just they're smooth. Everyone's been very responsive.
Good respect level. Especially when you're cutting weight and you're grumpy and you're thinking about food and you're feeling all weak.
People eat cheeseburgers for me.
There you go.
Appreciate it.
You come in and you talk to someone with a promotion and they're rude because they're under stress, and it makes things harder. So here it seems like everybody's just so.
Everyone's happy to be
here. It's a
here.
friendly environment.
Absolutely, yeah.
Any predictions?
I mean, she wants to go toe to toe with me, and I don't know. My thing is, I'm not a big shit talker. That's not what I practice every day. I practice fist fighting. I practice violence. That's what I'm good at.
Yes.
And so obviously, ideally, I'm gonna knock her out. And it's gonna go my way. I'm gonna make her quit. All that fun stuff. I'm gonna fight her, and it's just gonna be violent, and It's
gonna be fun. And
it's gonna be really fun. Like I love fighting. I really do.
That's the prediction. We're gonna go out there and have
This is the dessert. Like being able to fight in front of a, especially fighting on this card is just phenomenal. But I'm really grateful just to be able to do what I love and get paid for it and be around people who also love doing this. Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
So is this your first time here in Milwaukee?
Yeah.
You're fighting in Milwaukee?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
What a cool city. I cannot wait to eat all the snacks here. Cheese,
bet.
that's the thing, right? All the
Cheese curds. Bratwurst and cheese curds.
Oh man, I love cheese curds.
And beer. Beer, brats, and cheese curds.
Let's
What they're known
go.
for.
Let's go. I can't wait to suckle one down.
Well, I'm not going to take too much of your time because I know you're on the weight cut. I know you want to get rest, and I know you want to go do some more stuff. So I really appreciate you taking the time and doing this interview with me.
Absolutely.
And good luck tomorrow night. Good preparations. We'll be rooting for you.
Let's go.
And I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Heck yeah.
You're in the neutral corner with RJ Summerlin. Thank you guys.